It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And away we go from Lumen Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Chased out to his right. And after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Handoff here for Miller. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, oh, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now.
Looking to the air here. Connects on the crosser. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And the Colts pick it up. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
And such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
Has room down the left sideline. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Go!
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
He steps in and makes the interception. Nick Cross has it. Juke the defender. And the Colts get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
Play action with Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Richardson on 3rd. Taylor makes the catch. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. It's a 39-yarder from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds Smith and Jigba. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On the give, it's Miller. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go!
He's going to throw this one. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ready?
Straight ahead, here's Miller. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Setting up a throw. He's got a man left. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hup.
This set of down starts with an option right. We're a quarter of the way. Back now for the second quarter. And the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Go.
Back to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Has a hole left, room to run. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Bates now for the point after. Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Ready.
Now an inside handoff to Miller. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set up.
They'll throw it. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finds a man right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On first down, Warren works his way to the 35. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Warren. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Seahawks start to fight back with their first points of this game. Extra point attempt coming up. And it's good, but the choice to kick there means this still is a two-possession game in the second half. So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He puts some juice on it. Deep challenges, double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Colts get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Room to the right. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts parlay the interception into points. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Colts take a 16-point lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go!
And they pick him off again! And the Colts have it a little ways into enemy territory. They're at the 40. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Ready!
Straight ahead with Taylor. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And now they have a first and goal. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Buying some time left. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown! The Colts boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts stretch the lead to 23. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go! Ready!
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And finds Miller complete. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Go!
To throw it on first down. Cut by Miller. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Ready! Set!
Back to throw now. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it second down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye-in-the-sky deadline, without that ball being tipped, we were looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Come on, come on!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So they're left facing third and long.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here we go! Check go!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Fourth down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Ready!
Taylor now up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 22 on second down. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Ready up! Let's go now!
Man in motion out of the slot. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's loaded and oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Hauled in left side. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Colts get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Colts continue piling on to this lead.
Seahawks 7.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Set it! Cup 19! Cup 19! Warriors 70! 70 Rangers! 70 Rangers! Ready?
Back to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a run with Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Seahawks football.
Got it. Ready?
They're set up at the 35 now.
Stephanie!
From the gun, a give to Miller. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Come on, come on.
Throwing out to the left, Cup. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
They'll try and throw it here. That's JSN smithing jib on the quick slant. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Ready, ready?
Warren here from the gun. He picks up 6. They're going to have 2nd and goal at the 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here we go, set.
Here's Miller. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Back now, pressure on its way.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Set.
He's pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's knocked loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free. Escape without surrendering any points.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Let's go.
A run here with Taylor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Taylor again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. It's a 7-yard gain on 2nd down, only inches to go now on 3rd. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, the old vernacular was hybrid. The new age vocabulary, it's positionless. And you're seeing it across so many sports. When you've got an athlete, you just want to put him on the field in any position to make a play, like he just did right in the middle of it.
Fields this at the 19. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. This one returned for 11 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's brought in by Miller. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, here we go.
A toss running left, Warren. Blast through midfield. Inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks putting up points in a game decided. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks trail by 23 now. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Taylor. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They go again with Taylor. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stuffed at the line a second time, and now it'll be 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Now Richardson to throw. He's going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. So that brings up 4th and long.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And this punt will be down right at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Hits his running back. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. They're throwing it. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
First tone of the game for James Cook. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Again, it's Cook. And he makes it to the start of the red zone down at the 20. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Colts nearing their 9th win of the season. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go. Go.
Another one for Cook. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Play action with Richardson. Cook calls it in. Has some room to work. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts put up even. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Ready up.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's the Colts who